against St-Pierre.
Ready to fight?
The winner gets Matt Hughes.
Here we go.
BJ
taking it to him.
He sure is, and he loves to throw. He's got very heavy hands.
Good right hand by St-Pierre there. Leg kick check by BJ.
Fans approve of the return of the prodigy. What an ovation for BJ Penn when Bruce Buffer officially re-welcomed him to the octagon.
The hardcore fans know BJ for sure.
You got that right.
I mean, as a fan, I'm so excited to see him back in the UFC. Uh-oh, poke. George St-Pierre is wincing his eye. His right eye might have got poked there.
He's bleeding out of that eye, too. A little stumble there.
He's bleeding out of his nose as well. Good leg kick by St-Pierre.
Oh, yeah, a lot of blood now.
Now, when a guy bleeds out of the nose, one thing you have to think of, it's going to be very difficult for him to breathe out of that nose. So a lot of times they breathe with their mouth wide open.
Quick spinning back kick there. Caught him a little bit.
And when their mouth is wide open, it makes them more susceptible to knockouts.
High kick. BJ so composed, so relaxed in there.
Pace is slowed down here a little.
No clinch here by BJ. The return tonight of BJ Penn to the UFC. UFC 59 will provide us the return of Tito Ortiz as he takes on Forrest Griffin, as Joe and Tito just talked about. Andre Arlovsky against Tim the Maniac Sylvia for the heavyweight title. This one is sold out at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. Contact your local cable operator or satellite provider. Ordered on pay-per-view Saturday, April 15th.
Knee inside by BJ here.
BJ is very comfortable when things get tight, but so is St-Pierre with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background as well. But BJ's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is some of the best in the world.
His takedown defense is fantastic too. Check out this crazy flexibility and balance this guy has. You grab a hold of one leg, he'll bounce around and pull it out. I mean, to talk about how great a grappler this guy is, he was training with Randy Couture, who you all know walks around at about 220 pounds. And Randy had a hard time keeping BJ on his back. BJ just kept standing up.
BJ, when talking about this fight, said, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped for the first time in a long time.
And he's a guy who probably should be fighting at 155.
And has in the past.
Yeah.
Other than when he took on Matt Hughes, basically.
George
Joe.
St-Pierre's face is busted up. Really bad already. Bleeding badly out of his nose. His eyes swelling shut.
I mean, BJ came up to fight for the welterweight title at UFC 46.
BJ is unscathed, and George St-Pierre is bleeding all over the place. Good inside leg kicks by St-Pierre, though.
St-Pierre continuing to try to press forward, though. First of 3 5-minute rounds. The only 5-minute round fight scheduled tonight is our main event for the middleweight title between St-Pierre's teammate David Loiseau and the champion Rich Franklin. That is still ahead here at UFC 58.
Another good leg kick by St-Pierre. Another one.
Catching him in that same spot every time. BJ avoids the inside kick that time. St-Pierre is way bloody.
Good body shot by BJ Penn.
Bleeding underneath the right eye. The nose was opened up early, as Joe talked about. A very good first round for B.J. Penn.
B.J. Penn is a deceptively strong striker. I mean, you look at his body, he's not an impressive-looking specimen, but the guy's got knockout power in his hands.
They tie up. This will be about the end of round number 1. And the only blood on B.J. Penn is the blood that just came from the face of George St-Pierre.
And here's a beautiful uppercut by B.J. that did the damage to George's nose. You see that? It just clips it. You know, not that much power on it. It's a grazing shot, but at the tip of the nose, so that his nose is jacked, probably broken, which causes him, like we said before, to breathe out of his mouth.
Great reaction from Matt Hughes, watching the replays along with all of us. St-Pierre, a lot of jump right here, though, Joe. He wants to bring the fight. It's almost like he knows he needs to accelerate the pace. And as you said, he was disappointed in himself in round 1. And it seems like, all right, well, I'm going to take this one to BJ in round 2.
He went for the back leg kick there. BJ's been checking the front leg, so he went to throw it the same way, but followed all the way through to the back leg. So he's trying different things here. But you know what? It's a little limited because he wants to grab BJ and take him to the ground, but it's very hard to do anything to BJ Penn once he's on the ground. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at this takedown effect. Watch him stand back up again. Very impressive. All right, let's see BJ's guard here.
Now, we know BJ's guard is amazing.
BJ's jiu-jitsu all around is amazing. He's got incredibly flexible legs and very, very insane dexterity. He can like take his leg and put it behind his head without using his hands. Just lift it up and stick it back behind his head.
St-Pierre doing a great job of almost changing gears here in the second round, Joe. After, as you said, a first round, I believe he was very disappointed in himself.
George decides to stand up out of there.
Nice job done by St-Pierre. Scoring his first points of the night.
BJ stands right up.
Penn.
Look at that one leg. I mean, he can stand up while the guy's holding his leg. He does it all the time.
He was just waiting for that opportunity to burst right back up to his feet. Hughes has been quoted as saying he wants B.J. Penn because B.J. Penn's the man who defeated him.
See how calmly B.J. checks those kicks?
His mental focus is amazing. The Hilo kid.
He is a born fighter. I mean, you're not talking about a guy who has to fight. He's from a wealthy family, grew up with money, doesn't matter. Loves the competitions, loves to fight.
Baby J stands, or BJ, pardon me, stands for Baby J. All of us in the family have the name J. Penn. He's the youngest. So when he was small, they would call him Baby J. And Baby J will be watching Ultimate Fight Night alongside all of us on Spike TV. Down the street at the Joint at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, live on Spike TV Thursday, April 6th, 9 p.m. Ultimate Fight Night, featuring Rashad Evans and Joe Stevenson, the winners of Season 2 of The Ultimate Fighter. Chris Lieben and Stephan Bonner also on the card tonight.
They all have the name J. Penn?
They do.
So it's like a George Foreman kind of a thing?
It is indeed.
Eccentric family.
Yes, I think you could say that. His brother, J.D. A much closer second round here,
that
Joe.
One got through.
Until that, perhaps.
That kick got through. BJ didn't seem to be rocked by it at all, but it did get through.
St-Pierre trying to move Penn up against the fence. And see, Penn just casually puts that leg up. And that's a defensive mechanism to keep St-Pierre from being able to knee.
Yeah, see how he does that?
Yep.
He puts his shin across, keeps the knees from coming in.
And he burst into tears when he defeated the welterweight champion Matt Hughes and won his belt. That's all he ever wanted, was a title. Missed his chances a couple of times, disappointingly at 155, losing to Jens Pulver.
Except for a few brief exchanges on the ground, this is basically been a kickboxing battle between these two guys.
Penn had that draw in the title shot against Carl Uno, and then he finally won his belt. And as Dana White said, hey, you have a contract dispute. You know, two sides have a difference of opinions, and the truth generally lies somewhere in between. But the good news is he's back.
Well, I'm sure as a fan, Dana White wanted to have him back too.
No question.
Stay off the back of the head, BJ.
Final seconds of round number 2 approaching. And a good takedown by St-Pierre.
That counts for points.
And you love to score some points at the end of the round as well.
Yeah, there's
leave that last impression in the minds of the judges.
a lot of blood in there.
Much better second round, Joe, for George St-Pierre.
Definitely better, but you know, he is still bleeding like a stuck pig.
Third and final round.
Back. And start.
Oh, good kick by St-Pierre.
A nice return by BJ. A good left hook.
BJ's not real fond of the judges because he's had some decisions not go in his favor. He'd love to finish this prior to going to the judges' scorecards. St-Pierre's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Penn a black belt. The Canadian welterweight champion, George St-Pierre, whose hero in mixed martial arts is the natural Randy Couture.
George's got to know that he's got to do something here. Just Sheely on looks alone, the way he's busted up.
Hold down the short.
Well, Letty had it 1 round each, though.
BJ's throwing little heel kicks inside like that. You see that? Just lifting his leg up. And George's got a hold of a leg. Oh, there we go.
Bam!
Oh, good
That's
slam.
huge right there. That will score a bunch of points.
Let's see what BJ can do off his back here. Again, BJ just pushes off the hips with his feet, stands right up.
That slam might give the advantage to this third round scoring to George St-Pierre.
It looks like it so far. That was the most significant event in this round. We still got about 2.5 minutes to go.
Well, Penn early on seemed absolutely unstoppable, but St-Pierre's done a nice job of bringing this into his world.
Well, you got to think of how it happened. I mean, number one was the eye poke.
Yep.
I mean, BJ's got excellent stand-up, not taking anything away from him, but that eye poke had to have a lot to do with it. Number two, he just clipped the tip of the nose, which probably broke it, and that's been haunting him ever since then. The blood is pouring out of it.
St-Pierre, though, turned up to speed in round number 2.
And BJ takes George down now. George definitely doesn't want to be on his back with BJ on top of him. Good job by George standing up. Beautiful takedown defense.
BJ, don't drop the shorts.
BJ looked up at the clock. Minute and 40 seconds left.
"90 seconds, and right now, Joe, this could be anybody's fight.
Absolutely. George St-Pierre could still pull this off. And it looked like BJ was going to run away with it in the beginning.
The winner gets a title shot against Matt Hughes for the welterweight championship of the world. The former champion against a man who may very well be the future champion. Here comes Baby J, final minute. And another takedown by St-Pierre.
That could seal the deal. George is doing a good job of staying down. BJ squirming. He's got his feet on the hips again. What he likes to do is put, oh, he's looking for an omoplata. Looking for a shoulder lock.
Wow, look at the flexibility of BJ Penn.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. I mean, he's got insane flexibility.
Can he finish it here, Joe?
Not right there.
20 seconds
get
remains.
His right leg out and roll over. Or he could get a gogoplata there.
15 seconds remains.
Right there. He's got to grab a hold of his foot. There is a technique there called the gogoplata. George is out of it. Look at BJ's legs just come up again.
Who will get to fight Matt Hughes?
I would hate to have to score that fight. George St-Pierre might have very well pulled it off. Let's take a look at some of the action from that round. Takedown by George St-Pierre. And look at this crazy flexibility by BJ Penn. And just throws the other leg up over the top. Bang, look at that.
And what a reaction at the end of the fight by Matt Hughes, our welterweight champion, Lorenzo Fertitta. Dana White, the UFC president.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Before the decision, let's have a big hand for these UFC welterweight warriors. Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 29-28 Pierre. Cecil People scores the bout 29-28 Penn. And Marcos Rosales scores the bout 29-28 for the winner by split decision, George Rush St-Pierre.
George Rush St-Pierre wins by split decision. He will get his rematch with Matt Hughes.